Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Yeah, we're live. There we go. So, what am I going to be doing this morning? I'm going to be doing mini reads along with channeling twin flames. That's what I'm going to be doing, twin flame reading. So, if you're in a twin flame dynamic relationship, want to be in one, think you've got one on the way, that kind of thing, then let's find out what's going on in the energies at the moment. Because I felt a shift. I felt a shift yesterday. Anyway, we'll see what the guys want to tell us about that. I'll also be doing mini reads as well as we go. And so if you're on here live with me, then check out the pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. Tells you how to get a mini read. It's by donation. There's a PayPal link in there. Hey, Maria. And you do your donation, and then after you've done your donation, you can also use Super Chat or Super Sticker here on YouTube as well if you want. That's easier for you. And after you've done your donation, put a capital Q at the start of your comment with your question for your reading in it. It doesn't have to be about twin flames. It could be about anything you want to. I'll batch them up as we go along. So let's get into the twin flame stuff. Old school Psychic Cafe. I never meant it to be about twin flames, but it ended up being that way, didn't it? Always about relationship. Or us getting ourselves to the place where we're ready for that kind of relationship. Let's put it that way anyway. But I have felt a shift in the last day. In fact, the last 24 hours, I have felt a shift. Let's see if it comes out anyway, of what it's all about. Don't forget, we're in this Lionsgate thing now as well, along with the node change thing. Look at my hair. It's that humid in here. It's ridiculous. I put it started raining just about 5 minutes ago. And in here it just went super heavy, humid inside my room straight away when it did. So I flipped my aircon to the dry this room the hell out. And it looks about to get really cold in here. Because for some reason, it gets colder when it's on that setting than when I have it on the cold setting. Anyway, got to dance with joy. Happy times. Really? I thought we were going to be getting the waiting cards. Waiting out. Apparently we're going to be dancing with joy. Today? Maybe not. Soon? Could be. Does feel like shifts are happening. I am getting that feeling that something is imminent. For my personal life, and when I get this feeling is when it happens. Because I'm psychic, We've got purification. There's still stuff being let go of. Purifying ourselves, getting really clear on things. Hi, Jessica. Still purifying ourselves. So getting rid of doubts and that kind of thing. Getting really clear. What else? So I'm going to be using the tarot. I'm going to be using the tarot of Mystical Moments. And I'm also going to be using the Book of Shadows tarot as well. Thank you, Nikki. Hello, Nikki. We've got Dream as well. Oh my God, my dreams last night. They were bad. It's strange because it was avoidance. In my dreams, I was avoiding people. You know when someone knocks on the door and you want to pretend that you're not in the house? Never mind not answer the door. You want to pretend that you're not in the house. You drop to the ground or something. So that if they look through, as if someone's going to look through the windows, right? But if they do look through the windows, that they won't see you. It was that kind of an energy, but I was actually killing people. And the people that I was killing in my dream, I know them and I like them. They're not people that I would kill at all. But for some reason, and it was that avoidance that I don't want to face it. What's been going on in your dreams? But my dreams have been so bizarre. I don't know. It says follow your yearning for the deep blue sea. My dreams aren't about yearning for the deep blue sea. Very strange subconscious stuff coming out. I watched an indie movie yesterday. There's this indie movie channel here on YouTube called Indie Movie Rights for Free or something like that. And I watched a movie yesterday afternoon, and it was called Weekend Therapy. It was this couple that were going away together for the weekend to celebrate their anniversary or something like that. But it was messed up, right? Because in the car on the way, he was saying to her, "Let's do something different. Let's like use this weekend as like growth and stuff like that." And he said, "Well, I'll start. Well, let's just point things out to each other." I thought, this isn't going to go well. Let's point out things out to each other that we can like learn and grow. And so he started out on her, and of course he was picking on her, telling her to change. And straight away I thought, this movie is just going to be about this couple that aren't compatible at all. I mean, why? He was like really organized, pedantic about stuff and everything, which is fine, you can be like that, but choose to be with someone like that. Don't choose to be with someone that's carefree, going with the flow kind of thing, which is what she was. And he thought that like she should change to be like him. Anyway, he just got more and more controlling as the weekend went on. Ridiculous. Hello, Christine. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Jessica. You dreamed you smoked a cigarette, Jessica. Made you disappointed in yourself because you quit smoking 2 months ago. So you're disappointed, and then you weren't. And you're like, whew, I didn't do it. Well, good for you for giving up. But that's it. You see, that's what I mean. It's subconscious stuff coming out. And I know that my dream wasn't about killing people. It was about avoidance. I was feeling that energy. It was that I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to go out kind of thing. It came up in the energy update, that as well. You know what the worst dream is? I haven't had this for a while, but I used to get it regularly when I was working in corporate. Is when you dream that you're getting up and you're getting showered and you're getting ready, and then you wake up and you're like, "No, I've got to do it all over again." Is anyone else had that dream? That sucks. Your readings are saying soon. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is for me. I think it is for a lot of us. I think there's been a lot of build-up. Anyway, we'll see with the cards, but there's been a lot of build-up to things with regards to relationships, right? Yeah. Well, that worked. The aircon has made it a lot drier in here, and it's even switched itself off. First card out is the Fool. Courage. Courage. Someone is gaining or trying to generate the courage to make a new start, to step out into the unknown, and they are stepping out into the unknown. There's no guarantees. And then the Hierophant, committed to it. So it feels like someone's getting clear. It feels like we're all getting clear, in fact, on what it is that we want, exactly what it is that we want, so that we can have the courage to actually choose it. What have your dreams been like, Christine? But like in the last few days, my dreams have been really good. Like last night's no. What else? 3 major arcana. You see, this is very powerful stuff. The Moon. I already got that message, stepping out into the unknown. Things haven't been revealed yet. In the moonlight, things don't appear. But things appear, what am I trying to say? Things appear like they're not. I want to show you my new glasses. The Moon. Things don't appear as they seem. Things don't appear as they seem. You know what I'm trying to say. You went to bed the other night, Christine, decided to go sleep meditating. Going down a lift meditation. Oh. So I'm having some new glasses made up for not sunglasses. They are sunglasses, but I'm having the lenses taken out of them. I'm made into normal glasses. Tiffany & Co. I thought I'd try them out from farfetch.com. They had some half price, these ones, and I like them. So I thought I'd get them out because I have been considering getting some aviators from Tiffany too. And I thought I'd try these first because they're cheaper. And I thought, well, if these are good, I'll get the other ones. Cute box, right? And I really like them. And tell you what, they are such good quality. So sturdy, way better than my other glasses. So I'm going to make them into clear prescription glasses. Nice, huh? And then I bought the aviators. After they arrived, I tried them on. I thought, yeah, they're really good. They're much better quality than the glasses that I've actually got. So that's exciting. I'm excited anyway. I only have to wear them like when I'm out riding my bike, and for long distance stuff. I never have to wear them at home. Nothing's far enough away. In the meditation, you step out of the lift, Christine, with the light shining down upon me. Go to this calm place. Oh, you weren't alone this time. Who was that? So we've got the Fool, the Hierophant, the Moon. So much unknown. That's why someone's got to pluck up the courage to step out into the unknown, right? Committed to it. You need to be fully committed to it, right? It's like taking that step in the dark. You've got to be fully committed to taking that step. Look to your right. There's a woman with short, dark hair just sitting there looking into space. Ooh. Oh, yikes. Tammy. I'm sorry to hear that. Whew. Okay. What else? The Fool, Hierophant, the Moon. Are we going to have all major arcanas today? Yes, apparently we are. Hanged Man is next. Keep on changing the mind. Keep on changing the mind. It's that roller coaster when our mind's on a roller coaster. I'm doing it, I'm not doing it, I'm doing it, I'm not doing it. I'm going to take that step, I'm not going to take that step. I'm going to take that step, I'm not going to take that step. It doesn't surprise me that powerful cards are coming out like this at the moment. It does feel like something's happening now. It's going to make us very happy, says the To Dance with Joy card. What else? Oh! We've got a card that isn't a major arcana. We've got the Queen of Wands. There's a beauty about the Queen of Wands. She takes action, but I'm not feeling this is saying Divine Feminine, it's time to take action. I'm not feeling that at all. Just looking at this card. She's got the sunflower there. Why does sunflower feel very significant to me? Sunflower feels very significant. Anyway, there's bees and dragonflies. Butterflies, maybe moths. It's like the Queen of Wands has got... Queen of Wands is like a go-getter kind of a person. She takes action. She gets what she wants kind of thing. She's probably single in these energies. But she goes for what it is that she wants. She's probably quite inspirational because she does that. Making her own dreams come true kind of thing. But she's holding this sunflower, which makes me feel like... You see how she's kind of looking backwards too? It's like she's leading the way out of the darkness toward that light. Like she's the light, the sunflower, and there's all and like moths to a flame kind of an energy. That's what I'm getting from it. So she's very attractive right now. So the pull, you see, I think we've got the divine masculine here, summoning up the courage to do something. They're committed to it. They're already committed to it. They know they're going to do it. But right now, it's like, do I do it now? Do I do it now? Seems to be this pull at the moment. She's very attractive. She's got that pull. The divine feminine, his mind is up and down about it because it's just so unknown. I mean, he might be thinking that he's fooling himself, you know. Right on the edge right now. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, back with Christine's dream. So there's a woman with short dark hair to your right when you get out the lift. To the left, there's children giggling, 3 youngest grandchildren. You know you're in meditation. They say, "Hi, Grandma." Ask them what they're doing here. 3-year-old granddaughter Taja says to me, "Grandma, we knew you were here. We wanted to visit you." Oh, cool. Story to be continued as Christine is typing in. Okay, let's do the Book of the Shadows. The Book of Shadows Tarot. This is the As Above deck that I don't know very well, so we are going to be reading the book because there's nuggets that I get out of this book because it's different than normal tarot. I could use it like normal tarot, but I like the stuff that's in here. Okay, the 5 of Earth. I think I recall this one as being the power of water. The power of flowing with things rather than trying to force stuff. I think that's what it's about, but let's see. The 5 of Earth. It's Earth, but it talks about water, I'm pretty sure. Where are you, Earth? Where on earth are you? Here. 5. Mountains and waterfall. Mountains are formed by intense power. They're thrust upward by a meeting of continental plates, formed by a molten metal and stone erupting from deep within the earth, or by huge glaciers carving and depositing great quantities of earth as they move. We're talking about big changes, aren't we? Looking at them, though, we're struck by majesty, sheer size, and a sense of immobility. Water, usually a passive, softly flowing element, gains momentum and strength as it passes over a mountain and falls back down to earth, and in fact can become as powerful and destructive as a falling boulder. The very water that gains its strength from the mountain slowly erodes the mountain, wearing it down ever so slowly. Eventually the water will win this long battle. The 5 of Earth indicates lengthy scenarios. Whatever's going on will not resolve quickly. You're swearing, aren't you? I can't. But I am inside. I'm swearing inside. The situation started much earlier than you may think and will continue longer. I know it started much earlier than we do. We do know that. It's not telling us anything new, though. It will continue longer, though. There are ways to gain strength and eventually achieve your goals through patient consistency. Patient consistency. Yes. Patient consistency. Got to keep going. Got to keep going. Especially because this roller coaster, whether it's an emotional roller coaster or whether it's our minds flip-flopping, if we carry on, if we keep on being consistent, pursuing toward what it is that we want, what we're committed to, eventually that roller coaster, it gets less and less, right? We get more and more sure about it. Hey, Connie. Yeah, dodging bullets. Big red flags, yeah. Talking about the comments, not this reading. So we've got to be consistent. Okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And then we've got the God, which is the Divine Masculine. Don't need to say anything more about that. And the Ace of Water. New start in love. Consistency, consistency. If nothing else, it's consistent, right? But it's headed in the right direction. I'm just seeing this kind of... if you're going down a path, let's say it's a really wide road, but the road is just kind of getting narrower and narrower, so it's getting more and more defined. If you keep on going, it'll get clearer and clearer. Let's read the Ace of Water out of here. The Sabbats that we celebrate represent the turning of the wheel of the year. Part of the wheel is when the maiden goddess unites with the god. Through this union, she contains the seed of the year to come, ensuring that all life will continue on Earth. Witches sometimes commemorate this event with a symbolic ceremony called the Great Rite. Great Rite takes one of two forms. In one, the high priestess and the high priest of a coven perform a ritual together in which they embody the goddess and the god, culminating in intercourse, symbolizing the sacred marriage. Another, perhaps more common ritual is to symbolize the sacred marriage using a chalice filled with wine to represent the goddess and a thame to represent the god. The Ace of Water represents a relationship that promises to grow into something more, something fulfilling, something powerful, something divine. You love. Important relationships, we know that. We know that that's what we're talking about anyway. These are important relationships. Universe is on our side to get this to happen. I know, Jessica, isn't it? It's crazy. But it feels imminent to me. It really does feel imminent. Before I've been kind of wishing it was imminent, but now, like I said the other day, when, I don't know if it was in here or if it was in a pre-recorded reading, but when I always get this feeling that when I'm about to meet someone new that's important to me, like a long-term relationship, I feel it. I feel it's right around the corner. I remember when I was meeting Jared before I met him. I remember saying to my friends, I was saying to a lot of my friends, I'm about to meet a person, I feel it. And they're like, oh, who is it? And I'm like, I don't know yet, I've not met them. And they're like, oh, I thought you meant you were like meeting someone you're involved with. I'm like, no, I can feel that they're right around the corner. I'm just about to meet them. And literally, it was like the next day or something after me saying that. I'm feeling like that again. It's about to happen. But we're not just waiting. We're not just sedentary waiting. We're getting clearer and clearer, and we're dealing with like doubts and stuff like that. The stuff that's coming up in ourselves. I think that's why there's subconscious stuff coming up at the moment, especially in dreams. The subconscious stuff, you know. Yeah, just keep swimming. Mm-hmm. As I keep on saying, relationships are trickier because if we're trying to manifest something else, that other thing generally has a fixed vibration, or more fixed than people are anyway. People, we're like this. We're all over the place. Our vibration is up and down. It's all over the place. Trying to manifest someone, and when we're both doing this, trying to get in alignment with someone when we're all over the place. You've got to be consistent, like this said. Five of Earth, we've both got to be consistent. As you're talking about two people having to do the work at the same time to be consistent. Which is why it's like holding the energy like that, inviting them, you know, trying to stay stable as, fixed, and stable as you can be, inviting them, attracting them in. Hi, Sarah. And Kate. I'm doing mini reads as well, so if you want a mini read, check out that pink comment up top and get your donations in. I'll batch them all up. Nikki's got some donations in already. Multiples, it looks like. Just a sudden earache. Look at this. Talking sex again here. Litha. She's pregnant. It's the god and the goddess. He's got a bunny on his lap, so he's softened up a little bit. Litha. Definitely talking marriage here. Let's find these two. Booked your New York trip. Woo! The guidance saying no didn't make sense. It's no in the moment, you know, so when we're doubting, sometimes we can get the answer of no. because that's what we're putting out. The sun. Okay, so it's like even more divine masculine energy. There's a lot of masculine energy in this reading, suggesting that there's not that much for the feminine to do at the moment, but temper herself, which doesn't mean just waiting. It means being consistent and dealing with the inner processes that we've got going on, the doubts, the fears, the disappointment, all of that kind of thing, to get ourselves on the right page. Anyway, we've got Litha. On the longest day of the year, the god in the form of the Oak King is in his full power. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Divine masculine in the full power. Yes. Yes, I think that's what we've got coming up. Divine masculine in his full power. I think that's what this is saying. He's committed to it, but he's gaining that courage to step out into the unknown there. She's drawing him in. Pagans celebrate his glory and the promise of abundance of the pregnant goddess. Although the goddess is, as always, important, this holiday focuses on the sun, divine masculine, and consequently on the god. The first fruits of summer are ripening. The atmosphere is languid but expectant. People enjoy the sweetness of nature, a foreshadowing of the rich abundance to come, which suggests that we're feeling better. We don't manifest it by feeling better. We feel better as it's getting more into alignment. We can't force manifestations by forcing ourselves to be happy. It's not the way it happens. But when we feel that something, when we got properly in alignment because we've healed ourselves or whatever, we've sorted out the doubt or whatever it is that you've been going through, you feel happier and then it manifests. Litha as well as the Sun card are both relatively simple. In both, there's a sense that everything is pleasant and sweet. The sun is warm, the fruit is sweet, no one's in a rush. Everyday moments are dripping with pleasure. There's a feeling of success and accomplishment without stress or strife. Even a strong man in his prime, full of potential and plans, finds the time to pet a bunny. Oh, it's going to the divine masculine, once he's geared up to all of this, doing a lot of stuff, ready to approach the divine feminine. Once he's done that, he's going to soften up. Yeah, it's going to take some time off and stuff like that. After stress and strife, perhaps. Even a strong man in his prime, full of potentials and plans, finds the time to pet a bunny. Because after this holiday, the days begin to shorten. There's the tiniest hint of melancholy, as the god will face his certain death and the goddess will withdraw to the underworld. It's a time of pleasant success, enjoyment of everyday life, happily reaping the first fruits of your efforts. And it's very much about the divine masculine. So I think the Ace of Cups here is about him offering his cup to start things off. Definitely the divine the divine masculine is the one making the move at the moment. Can you hear that? There's a fly going zzz in the light fitting up there. And we got the moon again. Samain. We've got powerful cards, see? When do we get a lot of major arcana out? It's when there's really important things happening. Big time change. I feel it. That's something tapping me then as well on the shoulder. Oh, I wish these cards were in order in this book. You've got pretty pictures and everything, but it would be nice to be able to find them easily. It'd be nice also if it was like proper English. You might think I'm adding an A or saying things wrong, but it's actually how it's written. It's written really badly. Anyway, the moon. I need to change the aircon. It's too cold in here. I don't like the on and off thing. Excuse me. There we go. Right. Back to the moon. Second time we got the moon out. During this festival, the great goddess reigns in the form of the crone, and the great god in the form of the horned god or the lord of death. So, the crone, she's the wise one. Divine Feminine is the wise one. And the god's in the form of the horned god, the lord of death. He's ending stuff. She's wise, he's ending stuff. She doesn't need to step in as well. There might be someone else, to help the masculine. She doesn't need to step in. No more codependency. She doesn't need to step in. She doesn't need to be the wise one for the divine masculine. He's stepping up by himself. He might have a wise person that is going to at the moment for that help. But the divine feminine doesn't need to be that for the masculine. He's got his own stuff going on. Pagans honor ancestors and prepare for a time of reflection. Some consider Samhain the most important holiday, saying it marks the end of the old year and the beginning of the new year, because this was the season when weaker animals in flocks were killed and eaten. Blech. Samhain is associated with death in general, the death of the god. It's said that on this evening the veil between the worlds is thin, making it an ideal time for divination and for honouring the ancestors. This holiday prepares us for the dark days ahead. Don't feel like there's going to be dark days ahead. This is about seeking guidance. I think the masculine might be seeking guidance with someone at the moment. Not the divine feminine though. It's not her place to be giving him guidance. He's stepping up. He's stepping up to lead. He's letting go of things. The weaker ones. The ones that aren't divine. She accepts the darkness without fear, but with respect, knowing that she's strengthening her connection with the divine. Darkness, the unknown, reflection, preparation, strong spiritual connections, communication between realms. So there's a lot of communication on the 5D going on between the masculine and the feminine, but that's it. Although the divine feminine is holding that wisdom, she's not helping him with it. She doesn't need to. It's not her place to. Someone else's. Some other divine feminine is. So divine feminine is, you might find that you're helping someone else's divine masculine at the moment. Trust him. Could actually be going to a seer, is what I wanted to say then. An elder. Went to your granddaughter's gender reveal on Saturday. Another boy. Wow. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Cool. So much unknown still, yet moves are being made here by the masculine. He's ending things. And then we've got the mother of fire, so now we're talking about the divine feminine. What's she doing? Mother of fire. She tends the fire. She nurtures the gift of fire within life, helps it to grow. So the divine feminine is connecting in with her power, with her fire, with her passion, with her mojo. She's getting that, I'm ready for this. She's getting herself ready for it, ready for passion, for the fire, all of that kind of stuff. She's helping that to grow. So she's very much concerned about herself at the moment. Getting ready. She feels the divine masculine approaching. And the Maiden of Water. I like this one. Well, I like all of them, but this one especially. Because this is like the fresh new energy. Playfulness. She plays with the dolphin, splashes in the waves. She promises fresh, youthful approach filled with positive energy. See, the divine feminine is stepping into her passion again and the mojo and stuff, and she's getting excited to have fun with the divine masculine when she comes in. It's going to be like the start of a relationship where honeymoon phase kind of, but a lot of fun, lightening it up. It feels like the divine masculine is going through some heavy shit right now. Leaving things behind, a lot of death that is going through at the moment, but determined to do it, yet going through that process of faltering, and all of that. Also having to temper himself. Could be anger coming up, all kinds of emotional stuff coming up for the divine masculine at the moment. Meanwhile, the divine feminine is feeling its approach and getting back into her passion. She's shaving her legs, all of that kind of stuff, getting ready for it and just ready for this fun, like to make it light. So you see what this is saying? The divine feminine is in the crone energy. She's got the wisdom and all of that. She's been getting the guidance and all of that so that she knows. That's for her to know. That's for her to feel better about it. So your intuition and all of that, all of your guidance is coming through is for you to feel better in yourself. It is not to teach the masculine. It's not to be the therapist of the masculine. It's not for that. It's not for that purpose. So she's got that wisdom and all of that, and then she's just getting into her passion and into her fire and into that fun part of it. So when he shows up, he's already gone through that stuff. He doesn't need to be reminded of that, taught about it, taken through it again. The usual stuff that we used to do as feminines, trying to get them to do the damn work. Don't need to do it this time. He's doing it himself. He's coming forward like, done that stuff. Trust me, I've done that stuff. So that she can just have a good time with him. So she's lightening up now. The hard work has been done. Oh, there's that fly. Let's let it out. This is going to be a hideous sound. Sorry. It's a bee. Why have I got a bee in here? Can you go out, please? Thank you. Oh, it flew away instead of going out the window. Oh. It's a bee. What does that mean? I've got a bee in here. I just want to have a look at the significance of bees. Bees symbolize industry, to bring messages from the divine, set an example, to be associated with the soul, to bring blessing of fertility. It's a good sign. Bee in my room is a good sign. There's a lot of fertility on the table as well. Watch out, everybody. Even if you're going through menopause, I've always thought that I was going to have another baby and that it was going to be when I was a grandma. Anyway, let's do some mini reads. It's exciting, isn't it? Starting out with Nikki. Thanks for your donations, Nikki. Question 1 is Twin Flame Romance Update. What's going on for Nikki? Probably what's going on for the rest of us. I need better air conditioning. I need a whole, this is really good, this fan and stuff, because it's got automation about it. But it would be really nice if they were kind of synced. It cleans the air and it keeps me cool. But if there was better air conditioning that really did control the climate better so that I don't get bad hair like this, it would be really nice. Surely that exists. Nikki, twin flame stuff for you. This is about you at the moment, getting what you want and being willing to have what you want, right? So, of course I'm willing to get what I want. And we think that, don't we? course I'm willing to let it in. Of course I'm going to allow it in. Then, but then, like my dreams were showing me last night, there was that avoidance energy that I'm not going to go out. No, I'm not going to answer the door kind of thing. When it actually shows up, it's like, ooh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to respond kind of thing. Yeah, there's a need for you to be more willing to get what you want, to claim what you want, to say yes to what you want, to go there, you know, to remain present and to be there and to step forward instead of stepping backward. Because you know what it's like when we have what we want in front of us, that's when the nervousness kicks in and we take a step backward with anything, not just with relationships. Then you've got blame and compassion. So you've still got past life stuff. You've still got past life stuff to clear up. Wow. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of a fight. Bit of a fight in yourself first, and then when you open up to them, a bit of a fight with them as well. Perhaps this is in common with everyone too. There's going to be a bit of a fight at first about like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that kind of thing? Before you get to that place of compassion, of going, okay then, you know, sometimes we just need to hurl stuff at people because we're hurting, and then they give us an answer, and then we can get to the compassionate stage where we're like, oh, okay then, I get it. Which suggests to me that you don't need to have cleared everything up before they come in. That there's a bit of a fight that starts it. It's not much. It's just that feeling of, you know, like if your partner comes home late from work or something and you're like, why didn't you call me? And all of that kind of stuff. It's just that. It's that getting that stuff out before you can get to that place of compassion. So there will be a little bit of a fight with them. Again, you need to be, you're ready. You're ready is what this is saying, Nikki. And you need to be willing to step forward and claim it. There is at no point that you're going to feel fully ready. There's always going to be that, I want to take a step backward from this when it actually shows up. And it could be, the step backward could be something like, I'm not ready because I want to have a go at them. But this is saying, it's okay, have a go at them. Because you'll quickly move through that. There'll be stuff that needs to be expressed at the start. And general guidance. And let's find about your person. What about them? They've got a lot of doubt at the moment, and so that they're doing this hanged man, change your mind, change your mind, change your mind kind of thing, going, oh, I'm making this up, now she doesn't really like me, that kind of stuff. Letting go of that doubt. Getting clearer on things. They're ending something. Of course they are. Divine Masculine is ending something at the moment. Communication coming. So they're going to receive something, that something's over. Perhaps paperwork or something like that. Will they get in touch with you when they receive this communication? This is them receiving communication of something completing. I don't think so. I don't think straight away, no. I think then they've got something emotional to go through. From this. From whatever it is that they're receiving. So someone calls them or they get some paperwork through or whatever of a completion. Then they've got an emotional process to go through. Then they come forward. General guidance for you, Nikki. Who are you? You still keep quiet. Don't need to know. Don't need to know who you are. You don't need to put it into a concept or in words. It's a development. Who you are is a development. Who you are is a being that learns and grows and changes. Got a lot of change going on at the moment. So who you're going to be, you don't know. You don't know until you've been through it. I don't know. I don't know who I'm going to be. Very soon we don't know who we're going to be, because we just have to go through this process of unfolding. So just be ready. Be ready for change. You don't need to decide what that change is. Just go into it. It's a process, right? And I think that's what relationships are about too, is we always learn, don't we? We learn about ourselves. Madonna put it into a song too. Education through lovers. They add something to our lives and we become someone new through it. And you don't need to know who that is. You've also got, you're on track. You're simply on track. You simply are on track. So nothing for you to do at the moment. If you're questioning, like, is it something I need to do at the moment? Something I need to let go of? All of that kind of stuff. No, you're on track. It's just a matter of sitting, waiting. Being consistent while you're waiting. Same messages coming through, right? That's you, Jessica. Anything you need to know right now that you haven't been picking up on, Jessica? Cleanse and find a new approach. So this suggests that the way that you're going about something is trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. They're trying to jam it in. Remember those kids' toys, the wooden blocks and that thing that you could put it in. You could get the round one through the square hole. Yeah, it was a tight fit, but you could push it through. And I did. Sometimes I just do it. My son had one. He had my eldest son, I got him this. It was like a wheel thing, and it had wooden, and had like bars around the side of it, and it had the pieces in there, and you could lift one of them up to take lift one of the bars up to take all of the pieces out of there, and then the shapes to put the wooden blocks in were on either side of this wheel, on the round bits. And yeah, the round one would go through the square hole, and whenever I was doing it, like tidying up his toys or whatever, and playing the game myself, I would never put the round one in the round hole. I'd always try and get it through the wrong one. There was a moon shape and a star one as well, a triangle. I don't know, that just seems important at the moment. Perhaps your new approach is to do things completely differently. If you've been trying to do things by the book, Jessica, perhaps this is your way of doing it, and perhaps your way of doing it is a little bit contrary to everyone else. And perhaps you've been holding yourself from doing it like that, but don't. Don't hold yourself back from doing it your way. Let go of, the cleanse card says, let go of whatever is causing you, like self-judgment, causing you to not do it your way. And that can be like that movie. It bothered me yesterday, that movie that I watched, because there's him being himself, and he was like, he would probably be more compatible with me, in fact, although he wasn't, but he would have been than her. He was into health and stuff like that. He wanted to try different things out, try different diets out, be more healthy and all that kind of stuff. But he was always pushing it on her kind of thing, and she didn't want that. And I just got this feeling from that movie. It just made it clear, really clear to me. We've got to choose people that are compatible, right? Because there's nothing wrong with the way that she is, and there was nothing really. He did have some stuff going on, but there was nothing really wrong. There was a little bit wrong with his behavior, but there was nothing really that wrong. Most of it was his personality type. They just didn't belong together. And so my point being, Jessica, if you are doing things the way that other people do it because you think that's right and you're not doing it your way, it's not right for you. Some others do have them. Oh my God. They used to make me cringe so much, that show. Oh, his behaviour is just so cringeworthy. You've also got healing and no worries, Jessica, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. In other words, don't like what I just said to you make you feel even wronger. Like, oh God, I'm not being myself. I'm not doing things my way. I've got to heal, that kind of thing. Don't make you feel worse. But just give yourself permission to do things your way and be your particular selection of weird. We're all meant to be different. And if we're not being ourselves, we're not ever going to find the people, the places, the opportunities, the partner, and all of that kind of thing that matches us. The guilt. You're struggling with patience, Maria. Are you? I am doing okay with it at the moment. It is a test, though. Maria, thanks for your donation. Okay. Okay, so let's focus on it then, Maria. If you're struggling with patience right now, let's focus on that. Get on with something else. Great, be artistic. Yeah, get artistic. What's going on with the house at the moment? You could get artistic, creative about that. You could be going around places and looking at paints and stuff like that, you know? Colours and what's available. Handbags too. I got another new handbag. Do you want to see it? I couldn't resist it. And it was on very, very special. It came from the UK, this one. I really like the strap. I like the colour, of course. A camera bag from Coach. That's my latest acquisition. I've got so many bags now, I need to stop. So you could be getting creative, artistic like that, makeup bags or house stuff, or just distracting yourself and like improving your life in some kind of way that you want to improve your life. Get distracted. Respect yourself, get distracted from the waiting. Yeah, waiting it's not a good thing. Hey, just sitting around and waiting is not a good thing. Get on with something artistic, being creative. Furniture. Got something to renovate. Some furniture to renovate. I'm getting like something like painting and colours and stuff like that. Oh, choose to change. Change what? Abundance, brilliance. So yeah, that's another focus you can have. That's what I was thinking. That's what I'd do. It's like just start making more money. Get focused on that brilliant abundance and bringing that in. You don't want to be waiting for something that isn't flowing at the moment. And just focused on that, you know? It's like a watch kettle doesn't boil, right? Yeah. You're on holiday. You've been looking at wallpaper, yeah. There's a delay with the property. Distract yourself. Distract yourself is what this is saying. Distract yourself with money, making stuff, with creativity. Wallpaper is a good one. Renovation stuff, but the stuff that you can do before, yeah, you're doing it already. The wallpaper stuff, it's that kind of an energy. Shift your focus to that each time you're like, oh, waiting. Comes up. You love it, do you? The Michael Crawford thing. Oh, it just used to make me cringe. Perhaps he was like highlighting awkwardness that I got inside of me or something when I was a kid. But yeah, it used to make me cringe so bad. His behaviour. Okay, thanks for your donations, everyone. Let's get back to the twin flame stuff. Okay, what else? This is the So Below deck from the Book of Shadows Tarot. Let's get the miserable ladies out. Let's hope they are happy ladies. Because there are miserable ladies and there are happy ladies in this. That's too many. One at a time, please. And then I'm going to do the Starchild Tarot. Can you tell us more what's happening on the 3D, please, guys? Thank you. These are very much the 3D cards, I find. This is very much the spiritual and the emotional stuff going on. Very disappointed not to have one of the fire gods out, but we've got the god out, so like that's very specific about the divine masculine. Yeah. Two of Wands is a powerful energy. Two of Wands is like decision time. I'm going to take action. I'm just deciding what to do. It's that kind of an energy. There's a definite feeling of divine timing at the moment. It feels like somebody knows it's divine timing. They've got to make a move. Decision needs to be made. Two of Wands. To accomplish anything, whether magical or otherwise, it's necessary to have a clear vision of the goal and to gather the necessary resources. So interesting. Join our Facebook group because Nikki posted something in there about this Lionsgate, and it was very interesting. And about the, let me read it. Let me read it out. 8 Lionsgate portal. This is a global universal portal. It's the most powerful, most potent, and massive reality-changing of all portals throughout the year. Yet, it's little known or understood. Why? It's a well-guarded secret known by occultists through the ages and is kept secret because it gives regular folk like us, not that we are, power. Most folk ride the potential of this portal in an unconscious way, while the occultists are conjuring up their desired reality with gusto. The Lionsgate portal opens around the last week of July and closes the first week of August by the 7th, so we're in it. Yeah, this portal is so big and powerful and available to us all that we can ride its energy weeks before and weeks after it opens. It's our higher self, our expanded awareness self, that makes a decision on whether to use this portal to make changes in our lives, but have those changes been considered and consciously chosen by us. So it's about us getting in alignment with our higher selves, right, on what it knows that we want, us realizing that and being firm in that. We have a choice this year and every following year at this time to make massive reality changing decisions. That the most important life-changing decisions for ourselves and the planet during this portal period. Lionsgate is the most powerful and most potent of all portals. It offers life-changing opportunities available to us all. Use it well. And I think that's what this is talking about too. It's necessary to have a clear vision of the goal and to gather the necessary resources. This and make a decision, It's like, I want this. I'm not going to go back on it anymore. This is it. This is it for me. They're my person kind of thing. If that's what it is for you about a person. This woman focuses her thoughts and her will, represented by the thumb on the wand, on her desired outcome. She looks within to find her connection to the universal energy. She's gathering energy while she's refining her vision. She's making decisions. This is it. Remember, I've told you the energy of, I want this, I'm getting it, I'm going to do whatever it takes, I'm getting myself there. That is so powerful to the universe. I did too, Lisa. I did too. I saw him playing Barnum as well in the West End. I wonder if we're at the same show. There's very few things that I have seen in London, but that's one of them. Yeah, he had very different energy in that, didn't he? He was kind of attractive in that. I always used to fall in love when I went to see shows. I always fall in love with one of them, one of the characters. Anyone else do that? Ooh, then we've got the magician. Wow, it's powerful. The magician. See what it says about the magician. Like, the magician is getting the resources together. I do feel like the feminine is getting ready now. Just like, okay, I'll get my shit together. It's coming in now. The magician. Probably sat next to each other. The magician has all her tools in place. Has created her sacred space and is clear on what she hopes to accomplish. She's but a few short moments and a few important words away from manifesting change in her life and in the world. Imminent, I told you, it's imminent. Using knowledge, resources, and will to create positive change in the world is the divinatory meaning. She's really getting clear at the moment on what she wants and being ready for it. We need to believe we already have what we want, Maria. I know in myself I am more clear now. He's my person. He just is. He just is. Like, I knew it ages ago. It was why I even made contact with him before he came to work at the gym. But it's my person. It's because I saw people like putting his name on stuff on Facebook, and I'm like, he's mine. And I knew that. Like, we've always had that connection. I've always known it. But now I'm really knowing it. Now I'm like, no, this is it. Like, yeah, this is it. And I think that's what it means, is the belief that we've already got it. It's like, it just is. Like, it's the truth of it, you know. But like I said before, you can't pretend that you're in alignment. You can't pretend that something's in alignment if it's not, and then manifest it being in alignment. You feel those feelings when it is in alignment, when it's the truth of it. We can't force that. Nine of Pentacles. Single, independent, having wins. Now, that's another thing that's happening at the moment as well, is a series of wins. A series of manifestations, personal manifestations for both divine masculine and divine feminine. Shows that you're in alignment when you're getting win after win after win after win kind of thing. Everything going right. So if it appears like the twin flame stuff isn't moving forward, but other stuff is happening, like good stuff is happening, left, right, center kind of stuff, that's a sign that it's happening. That's what I'm getting from the Nine of Pentacles. Let's see what it says. Nine of Pentacles. This woman is justifiably pleased with her work. She's created a charming home filled with good things. Now that the hard work is done, she's in a position to enjoy herself. Told you, the divine feminine has done the work already. She's got that knowledge. She can step now into the fun of it. That's quite clear. She's done the hard work. The divine masculine is doing the hard work at the moment. Only thing that divine feminine is doing at the moment pretty much is waiting. Oh, here he is. King of Swords. Getting clarity, getting clear on something. So this is divine masculine now. The King of Swords is planning to achieve greatness, getting clear on things and putting a plan in place, making sure that it works out. So the masculine is being very calculated and strategic at the moment about all of this. He's got a plan. He's going to stick to that plan as well. So he's not impulsive right now. He's not a knight. He's king in it. So yours is getting married. Wow. Mine's divorced. God. What after the King of Swords? We've got more about the Divine Masculine here. So he's got a plan for success. Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It's all about coming together. Five of Pentacles. There's something that he needs to do alone first. The long, cold walk in the snow. Like I said, it's not for the Divine Feminine to step forward and try and help him now, trying to push him or try and be his therapist or any of that stuff. He needs to do this himself. It's a rite of passage. I've been hearing this. Yeah. Five of Pentacles. Sometimes it's about feeling left out, but it's not in this case. It's like, I need to do this by myself. I need to do this bit before I come to the Divine Feminine. So Divine Masculine might be protecting the Divine Feminine from something at the moment. The ending that they're going through, whatever drama's going on there. He knows that he needs to do it by himself and then come forward. Without that stuff. Then the Knight of Pentacles. Which we all know means slowly, slowly, slowly. He's doing it slowly. He's following the plan. He needs to do it by himself. He's doing it slowly. What's the Divine Feminine doing, everybody? Temperance. She's waiting. She needs to wait. Now, I don't think there's any particular timing. Of course, it depends on the individual. And the individuals involved and how much work you're doing and how focused you've been on this, how much energy you've been putting into it as to when the timing is going to happen. The wait might be, and remember, temperance, it's not just about waiting, it's about tempering ourselves while we're waiting. So whatever emotional stuff is coming up while we're waiting for this union, for the date. That's interesting. It's interesting because I've got champagne flutes there with wine in it. I've got wine at the moment. I've only got one wine glass, and I was thinking, if it comes around, it might actually want a drink. But I've only got one wine glass, but I do have two champagne flutes. But I thought, well, it might be fitting that we drink wine out of champagne flutes anyway. And there you have them, both drinking wine out of champagne flutes. How weird. There's a spirit coming out of that as well, can you see? Face on that, the wine that she seems to be coming out of hers, not out of hers. It's her wine, is it? I don't know. He's got the food. She's got the wine. There might be something in that. That might be how it happens. It comes with food. She's got the wine. You're prepared with your champagne flutes and your wine, ladies. They're very happy. Anyway, it didn't come out, but it is on the bottom of the deck, so it's... the energy's there. Who's this? Lisa? Yes, thanks for your donation, Lisa. Freezing. I'm really cold. What did they say about the next week for you, Lisa? Let's find out. I need to turn the temperature up. It's freezing in here. It's 25 degrees. It's too cold for me, that. Oh no, it's 24 degrees. Oh, come in. Yeah? Next week for you. One has a glass, the other has a bottle. You won 3 bottles of wine. I've been drinking more wine lately. Just like a glass and a half with my dinner. But it wasn't with my dinner last night. It was with a movie that I was watching. It's kind of nice having a little bit of wine. Relaxing. I do sleep better after I've had just a little bit of wine. Not a lot of wine. I don't sleep better then. Lisa. Next week for you. Oh, nice. Fulfillment and grace. In the flow. Things flowing to you. Feeling happy in your heart. Fulfilled. Good stuff coming in for you. Definitely need to go with the flow for that stuff there. Which means don't try and manifest the stuff that isn't flowing. Enjoy the stuff that is flowing. Rejoicing, celebrating the stuff that is flowing. I forgot to put Lippy on today. And the other stuff that isn't flowing. Gentle, quieted heart is about being okay about it in your heart, you know. Being okay about the stuff, the good stuff that is coming in for you. This is about not being lack focused. Like I said, the being in alignment starts to bring all kinds of good stuff to you. And so we can't dictate the order of the good stuff, you know. You can just let it all in. Money, abundance, friendships, good things, wins, you know, just all kinds of good. If you just let it all in and be satisfied with it, there'll be more and more and more coming to you. But what it's tempting to do is like, oh, there's that win, but I didn't want that win. I wanted another win. I wanted a thing that isn't flowing at the moment. And that lack kind of focus shuts us down to all the good stuff. Celebrate everything that's coming in. And be okay about the stuff that isn't happening yet for you. Know that it's on its way. Because if you've got good stuff happening, then there'll be more and more good stuff coming in. And don't forget, love is the same as abundance. It's the same vibe. It's all source energy. We could call it love, we could call it grace, we could call it abundance, but it's all the same thing. And so you want to let it all in rather than saying no to any of it. There's no good saying no, but I don't want that abundance. I just want that abundance. Or I don't want that love. I just want that love, because we close the door on it. We close the door on all of it. So you kind of, you have good things coming in, but it might not be exactly, it's not exactly what you want, because the thing that you're thinking is exactly what you want is the thing that's the furthest away from alignment at the moment with you. It's going to be the longest thing coming. Because we always want that thing that we're not in alignment with. Things that we're in alignment with, we don't want, because we're sure that it's coming. We're just like, what's going to happen? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's your week. Okay, I'm going to put some lipstick on, and then I'm going to, not that one, this one. Then I'm going to get some more cards out. I'm going to do this one next. Starchild Tarot. Starchild Tarot Danielle Noel, I think it is. Yes. Okay, what does the Starchild Tarot have to tell us about all of this? So there's nothing groundbreaking really, apart from that message that the Divine Masculine has to do this by himself. That's kind of a new message here. I mean, we've had that message a long time ago that the Divine Feminine had to stop being codependent, had to stop being that person that wants to do it all, fix it all, save them, step in, teach them, be the therapist, that kind of thing. We've had those messages the last 2 years. Stop doing that stuff. Why? Because we get to this point and you cannot do that stuff. They need to do it by themselves. Otherwise, what do they? They're not going to feel like the Divine Masculine. They're not going to feel like the man, if you're like having to do it for them, having to coach them in their ear about it, that kind of thing. And they're not going to feel like the Divine Masculine at all. They're going to back off. They're going to go, no, I'm not good enough for the Divine Feminine. Not going to feel good enough if you do that stuff. So that's kind of a message that's coming out at the moment. They know that they need to do it alone. And they are determined. But they're a bit shaky on it right now. 3 of Crystals. She seems very tuned in now, right? With a crown glowing and a cat at the door. Crown glowing. Tiki, is your crown glowing? Get off it, she says. Get off my crown, Mum. I love this book. I should use this deck more. 3 crystals. Never think to get it out. You know, for like my pick a card reads and stuff like that. The 3 of Crystals. It's an indication that you've reached a state of accomplishment after all of your hard work. Divine Feminine. The hard work has been done. With this new insight, you understand the steps you'll need to take in order to maintain your success. The 3 of Crystals also signifies great skill, passion, and manifestation of creative projects. It's also the acknowledgement and appreciation of teamwork, friendship, and collaboration. You're not someone who comes off as superior to others. Rather, you appreciate the qualities that each individual has to offer. A great sense of wisdom, spiritual enlightenment, and modesty, which comes through the embodiment of unconditional love. That's Divine Feminine right now, for sure. She's tuned in. She's done the hard work. She's ready. But she's not willing to do it. It's got to be teamwork, like he's got to play his part kind of thing. So she's waiting for him to do that. What else? The High Priestess. More Divine Feminine energy. This looks like she's got a crystal ball on top of her head, like that. Cat does too. Cat's also got the crystal ball on top of its head. Okay, the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a bearer of magic, spiritual teachings, and inner knowledge. She has a deep understanding of the higher realms of consciousness and acknowledges the universal balance of light and dark energy. This card indicates an awakened spiritual or psychic awareness and encourages you to make time for introspection and meditation. It's also advised that you listen to your intuition and dreams and reflect on the feelings and visions you experience each day. Dreams again, hi. It's the understanding of your highest purpose and potential through attaining a balance between your physical and spiritual self. Oh, I've got 8 days now until I get my new teeth put in. I'll be so glad to get this damn thing out of my mouth. I've given up to have to suck it up to the roof of my mouth to speak properly. It's so annoying. It's the understanding of your highest purpose and potential through attaining a balance between your physical and spiritual self. You alone have the power to raise your vibration in order to access the higher realms of sacred knowledge. Something about dreams still. So the subconscious stuff is coming up in dreams. Anything else that needs to be addressed for the divine feminine is coming up in dreams. Like I said, for mine, it was a definite feeling. My dreams last night that I was in the hiding away, avoiding people kind of thing still. Yeah, and I've been pretty hermity. Staying here most of the time. Felt to yesterday as well, yesterday afternoon. Because I went training in the morning yesterday, but had spicy belly. I'd cooked a red curry the night before. It was just a little bit too spicy. It wasn't so bad when I was eating it, but I had spicy belly. Ooh. And I wanted to go for a massage, but I couldn't leave the toilet, quite frankly. So I decided, after a couple of hours of just pottering around here, spraying that water repellent stuff on my new bags, just doing stuff like that, odd jobs and stuff, cleaning up a little bit. I thought, I ain't going anywhere. I'm just going to settle in and enjoy and have a lazy day and just chill out and putter about and do these things. And so I didn't go back out. I didn't go training. I didn't go for my massage. A nice time in here instead. And it felt right, like, to hide away in a way. That seems to be what's going on for me at the moment. I don't know. Decipher your dreams. There seems to be some stuff in the subconscious going on. Seven of Swords out with the Ace of Cups. Oh, Ace of Cups is great, but Seven of Swords isn't. You know, it can be the card of self-deception about it. Seven of Swords. A challenge that may be associated with some kind of dishonesty, deceit, or illusion, whether from yourself or someone else. This may indicate an avoidance of truth and consequences that show up when least expected. If there's some kind of secrecy taking place, I think there is, a new approach or solution is highly encouraged. Omitting the truth is never a good idea, especially if a positive outcome is desired. It's also advised that you remain cautious with others who may not have your best interests at heart. A time for clarity and truth. Okay, this is about secrecy. Someone wants to come forward. We've already seen that with the Ace of Cups. It's the God. The Divine Masculine wants to come forward for this start, the Ace of Cups, to offer his cup of love. It's having to keep it secret right now. Because of others who may not have his best interests at heart. There's some secrecy taking place. I think this is saying that there needs to come a point. It's saying, like, omitting the truth is never a good idea, especially if a positive outcome is desired. So this secrecy and this omitting the truth that the Divine Masculine is doing at the moment is not a good idea. It needs to come out about it. It needs to speak out about it. Could be very nervous about that. That could be the unknown stuff with this moon. That's what he's gathering his courage up about, right? The Ace of Cups. To speak what's in his heart. New beginnings, relationships. So he's not, or he's about to, speak out what he's been keeping secret, his feelings that have been keeping secret. Not necessarily to the Divine Feminine, it might be to everyone else in his life. This could be new romance, deeply rooted connections with others. It's a powerful force that regards the emergence of universal love and the cosmic ties you share with soul families and friends. Yeah, it feels like the divine masculine is moving away from karmic family, friends, relationships, perhaps, to be with his soul family, the ones that are the right for him. You know, that film that I watched yesterday has been bugging me because it was just so obvious to me that both of them had chosen the wrong people. Like, completely incompatible, you know? Like, I like morning, you like night. I like quietness, you like it loud. I like to be around a lot of people. You want to be by yourself. You know, I always want to be prepared for things and ready in advance. You go with the flow and want to be, you know, winging it and be late and be open to that randomness. Just like complete incompatibility that shows that you're not with your soul tribe, that you're not with your people. And I feel like this could be becoming more and more and more clear to the divine masculine, perhaps to the divine feminine at the moment as well. I don't know. If you haven't done that work already, then you're not ready for this kind of a union. But I feel like the divine masculine is doing this now. Realizing that they're a black sheep, but scared to say it. Scared to say, I'm a black sheep. I'm going to go over now to the black sheep over there and be with them. Psychic awareness may be heightened at this time, allowing you to see beyond the veil of the 3D world. So it could be coming really, really clear to the divine masculine that is around people that aren't his people and that he needs to leave now and go toward his divine feminine. Not just divine feminine, I feel like there's more people involved here. More of his people, you know? I feel like it's more, yeah, it's more than that. This ace also identifies the strength and reinforcement of your own identity, self-esteem, and personal convictions. It's getting all of that together. Self-love, of course, indicates self-love too, right? It's an overall wisdom that leads to spiritual growth and illumination. A wonderful period to explore new avenues, self-expression, creativity. It will raise your vibration to a whole new level. Divine masculine is getting ready to express himself, that this is who he is and this is what he wants and this is where he's going to now and this is who he's going to be with. It's a self-love thing for sure. Might need to stand up for himself and be very strong in that. You know, we could be talking about family. We could be talking about someone breaking away from family here, saying, no, I need to be myself and go and do my thing now. I can't be the person you want me to be because I'm just not that person. Divine masculine has been around incompatible people, probably being judged and criticized by them for being himself. There's nothing wrong with him. Just wasn't loving himself enough to go, this is me, this is who I am. I don't need to be who you want me to be. I need to be myself and then go with the people that like me. Then what? Ten of Wands, putting those burdens down. I can't be who you want me to be. Divine masculine is going through it right now. Endings, all of that argument stuff is like, all of that, that's exactly what this is. I cannot be who you want me to be. That's like the burden of it. I can't be that person. I can't be that person. Just like that movie. It's just like that movie I watched yesterday. Taiwan's. We've all been there, right? Breakups and stuff like that, when you're like that, and it's, I can't be that, I've got to be myself. Ten of Wands, after all you have achieved, you may feel overburdened by responsibilities, finding yourself overworked or off balance. Your initial aspiration, because we can't be in situations like that and be in alignment. We just can't. So nothing's going to go right in our lives. Nothing's going to flow properly. It's just like, whew, no. Your initial aspirations and creative ideas may seem faded from your present situation. Maybe a good time to accept help from others, and I feel that the Divine Masculine is doing that, prioritizing what is truly necessary. I think the Divine Masculine is getting help at the moment from a seer, from an elder that understands, someone that's got some wisdom, not like the people that are around at the moment. How are you gaining wisdom from your actions? What can you remove or cut out in order to reduce some of the pressure on yourself? That's what he's doing at the moment. And ending. Finally standing up for himself. So, what do you want from me? I can't be who you want me to be. I am me. This is what I want. Very much feels like the energy of having to defend his case kind of thing. Just needs to walk away. There's only so much of that argument we can do. He's still trying to change people's minds around him. He's still trying to get permission from the people around him to move on, and he just needs to move on. And be alone first. That 5 of Pentacles. Then the 7 of Crystals. 7 of Pentacles. Seven of Crystals indicates new perspective of your life goals. It could be that you feel as though you've worked very hard but are still in the process of reaping the rewards. Now is not the time to give up. If you're feeling stuck or idle at the moment, you feel stuck and idle right now, things aren't changing, he wants them to change, but he's arguing about it rather than coming forward, stepping out of it. Now is not the time to give up. If you're feeling stuck or idle at the moment, take some time to rest and review your next steps. He's exhausted. Perhaps you've learned more than you thought possible along the way and shifted your priorities unexpectedly. It could simply be a matter of gaining a new perspective and trusting your instincts, mind and body and spirit. Look at your life and think of everything you've accomplished and all that you're grateful for. This phase is simply a pause along your journey. He's exhausted, he's pausing, but he's taking stock and he's realizing just how much he's grown and how much he knows himself and just how much his life is changing. He can't go backwards anymore. He's realizing that he can't go backward anymore. Can't put up with it anymore. He knows too much now. He's gone too far down this. He knows that he's just got to keep on going forward. But he's exhausted right now. He's gathering the courage to take that final step, which is why this Fool card has come out. Final step into the unknown, toward the Divine Feminine. Stop arguing his case. Stop waiting for permission from the people around him that aren't in alignment with him. People that aren't in alignment with you are never going to give you the permission to do it, right? They're always going to say, no, you're wrong. You should do what I want you to do instead. He's almost there. It's almost there. Feel it. It's almost there. So hang on in there. Divine Feminines. All about the Divine Masculine at the moment. You got it easy. Divine Feminines have got it easy right now. They did the work in advance. We were told that ages ago that the Feminine is leading the way. Kind of lucky that we've done that. And just this bit of waiting. It is nothing compared to what the Divine Masculine is going through at the moment. So let's count ourselves lucky, hey? Put these away. So thanks everyone for coming along. Hope that helped you out. Give you a bit of clarity. Don't forget, the stuff that's coming up in your dreams, there's some processing to do there. You need to find out what's that all about. Why is that coming out of my subconscious? What's this trying to tell me? But that's about it for the Divine Feminine. And of course, using this alignment that we've got going on at the moment with the Lionsgate to be really clear on what it is that we want and own it, this is mine kind of thing. So there we go. That's that. Thanks everyone again. Thanks for your donations, guys. I will be putting a pick a card read out later, which is for singles this time. It's a full love tarot spread, Celtic cross spread for singles. I had no idea. But they all ended up being singles. I realised it I did the crystal one, which was obviously for singles. But I was still doing it as like a normal love tarot thing. And then I did the flower, and it was obviously singles. I'm like, okay, this is a singles love tarot thing. But if, even if you've got someone on the cards, I think there'll be something in there for you as well. That'd be... Thanks everyone for coming along. Have a good one. Let's do the mini messages for each star sign on Friday. Hopefully you've got some movement before that. Let me know. Join our Facebook community as well. Stay in touch in there. And I'll see you on Friday. Bye.